Freestyling Magazine. I was there for 2 years. It folded. I was freelance for a year, and then Big Brother.
Big Brother.
Wow. And Spike hooked that up too. Like basically, Rocco wanted to start his own magazine. He put out that first issue.
Yeah.
He wasn't very happy with that, but needed someone who knew how to put a magazine together. Spike introduced me.
Wow.
So that first one wasn't done by you?
No, the very first one, the little.
Wow,
the
yeah.
little
Oh,
one.
yeah. The binding.
Shiloh,
on it, right?
Shiloh.
Yeah.
Shiloh.
I didn't do that one.
And so when you came into Big Brother, I mean, Spike was there obviously already.
Yeah, I
at
mean, he was
Big
taking
Brother.
pictures. He was World Industries' main photographer, I'd say.
Right. And then when you got in there, did you instantly know, like, man, we got something here? Because it became huge.
No, I had no idea. I mean, I was like, fuck it, how do we even start? I knew Rocco wanted it to be pretty radical, and I was into that, you know. But I just pulled from different people I knew, and then Mark McKee, who knew he could write. Cliver was right there. We just started staying up all night and
figuring it out.
Started figuring it out.
Spitballing.
Yeah, spitballing.
Wow. Because you guys were, I mean, literally on the edge. You guys there were some articles and stuff that were pretty out. Yeah. Like
Dicey.
nowadays, I don't know if those would actually fly.
Everyone says that, right? But then the next thing's coming, you know? Like,
I mean, that's true.
nowadays, probably not. But then it didn't fly. To be honest, like there was never a right time to put out a how to kill yourself article, right? Like
you got a good point.
It's always been a bad thing to do.
Right.
We were just the irresponsible team that did it. Like
I love that. But you were all like teenagers, essentially. Late teens, early
I
20s.
should have known better, but like, fuck it. Like
Yeah.
we were just, like there was no adult in the room.
But that's what Rocco wanted, right?
That's his whole
No
shit.
boundaries.
Like there's no adult. He's like not the grown up, right?
So would you get feedback from Rocco, like in the early days, early on? Would he like come in and be like, this was amazing, bro, you guys killed it? Or
No, well, I'll tell you one funny Rocco story. It's like we thought it was a good idea to do the Steve Olson Burning Bible cover.
Okay.
And so I had it all laid out. We finally, like, that went through different skaters. Like Bill Pepper was going to do it, and then he backed out.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, like Mark McKee had collected all the Bibles from hotel rooms.
Wow.
It's fuck. So we got, Steve Olson did it, right? And we got the cover. And then I had it all laid out, and then, like, Rodney came down hard on me for it before it printed. And
Oh,
he's
wow.
like, this is going to, you know.
What are you guys doing?
This is going to bring down the whole company, and, like, this shit is
This is serious.
serious. And so I'm like, fuck, well, I don't want to affect World Industries. You know, that's not, we're just being silly.
Yeah.
And so I set up a meeting with Rocco the next day. I go up to his office. I'm like, listen, we wanted to put up this cover, but I don't want, Rodney's telling me it's going to burn down the World Industries if we do that.
Literally.
And he's like, why are you bothering me with this? He's like, do you want to put it out? I'm like, well, I did. He's like, well, don't be a pussy. I'm like,
That was your answer. That was your answer.
Dude,
Never-
Steve Rocco's relentless in that sense. He's like, dude, just do it.
do it.
Yeah.
Wow. And after that came out, did Rodney?
I mean,
Obviously, it didn't burn the
I would
company
say
down.
Rodney never liked it.
Sure. Sure.
But what did people think? Were they hitting you up like, yo, what the fuck? Like,
But back then, how were they hitting you up? I
Yeah.
mean, they'd have to write a letter or
I mean,
call.
but Rick started panicking that he helped with that photo. So then we started back then it was like when World Industries looked like that whole, I don't know if you know, but it looked like a POW camp almost. Like it was all like
trees
and
stuff.
this Home Depot materials.
Right.
Everyone's office was like open air and fucked, and our desks were just like 2x4s.
Okay.
And we would scribble on the desk, we'd doodle on the desk, and like we started writing like cost 666 and drawing him with devil horns and
my
shit. So
God.
he started getting so mad, like we would just torture Rick. Like,
I mean, it sounds like you guys were having a blast. I mean, not only was it probably hard work, but you guys were probably
it was hard
just
work.
having fun.
It was our whole life. It just
Sure.
wasn't anything but, I mean, everything. Like we were there all night. He was around.
For
Like,
sure.
Yeah.
yeah, like most of the skaters hated it. They didn't. I think they liked it until they got called out, or everyone was like a little afraid.
Yeah, there was always some weird, like, little mischievous shit going on. I remember my neck being stretched at fucking Back to the City, and I'm in the crowd just chilling, and fucking next thing you know, they stretch my neck. It just those little small little
They
random
stretched his
things.
neck. Yeah,
Those little random things.
Wasn't me.
So, I mean,
did
they
that.
always did a little hijinks like that. That's for sure.
Was that the fake? That was the whole fake San Francisco contest, right? Like
I'm not sure if it was a fake contest. It was a Back to the City contest.
Well, we faked it. Like they didn't
then-
do it one year, and we acted like it happened, and we just plucked from
Might have been.
all different years of it, and
my
like
God.
photoshopped all the background people, and just did a whole fake contest. Wrote it up like
It's got to be that. Then.
Yeah.
It was
that
that way.
might be fucked.
Yeah, I was
didn't
putting
even
like
know.
2 heads on people in the crowd, and just
Oh.
early Photoshop days.
But
where-
Dron only noticed his neck.
Yeah, I was like, I didn't notice anybody else.
I'm
but that
sorry,
neck was
Dron. I
stretched
didn't mean to stretch your neck out. Did you get heat for it?
It's all
Your
good.
friends fuck with you? Right?
No, I mean, I definitely was fucked with a little bit, but it was like,
Yeah.
it was a big deal.
Listen, at
But even
least-
the little deals were big deals sometimes for the skaters.
Oh
back
my
then.
God.
Like,
Oh
it was-
yeah.
Yes,
for
no doubt.
sure.
Yeah, we were definitely.
They like to poke a little bit.
Yeah. Our first office was the first Big Brother office was in the skate park, the World Industry Skate Park, and so like we would be there, and the skaters were there all night. And sometimes when something bad came out, then it started getting a little tense.
little situation over there.
And they used to torture Earl. Earl lived there,
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, he
so
did.
they
Holy
would
shit.
torture him.
Oh my
Who's Earl?
God.
Earl Parker was like
One of the
one
writers.
of the early writers.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
I just remember reading Big Brother as a kid, and like whoever was writing it, I was like, "What the fuck are these people talking about?" Like they would interview the skater, it had nothing to do with
It
anything.
was highly irresponsible journalism.
Irresponsible journalism. I love it. But yeah, no, but I mean, not only were you guys on the edge, but also you guys did fun stuff. Also, that was kind of on the edge, but fun. I mean, like Bong Olympics and
Oh yeah, I forgot
Yeah,
about that.
Different
it wasn't
fun-
like I never intended it for it to be mean spirited. Like
For
it was
sure.
always for me just fun. But sometimes we would get a little carried away, and we're up late at night. And
yeah.
say the wrong thing. And
Well,
was
I
like-
think the fun things
But,
outweigh those
yeah.
things that you're talking about.
we like
that
took
were,
we took Slayer to Disneyland. We did a bunch of weird shit. You know.
That's
But it was-
amazing.
How
I love these ideas.
Yeah,
did you
I
ride the
love it.
teacups with them? What?
We I don't know if we even got
Slayer
on
on
a
the
ride,
teacups.
because Lance and I got arrested. Lance jumped off the monorail station into the submarine,
The water.
Okay.
Oh
in
shit!
between 2 submarines, right? So the subs. It wasn't it was right after the 20,000 Leagues. I think it was but Nemo wasn't out yet, so it was a submarine
transition,
ride.
yeah.
But yeah, he just
Into
put
the
it
water?
right into the. There's a little track where they load the submarines with people, and he put it right between 2 subs, and we didn't know if there was a track right in the middle or not. He's like, "Do you think that's gonna?" I'm like, "Man, I don't know."
Wow.
But we were ready. We filmed it. And we took the tapes out, put everybody on the monorail. They got the fuck out, and then I went down and pulled him out. And he and I got arrested and got thrown in Disney jail.
I had
Disney.
Disney
Oh,
had a gnarly
wow.
little jail down.
Well,
Was it
and you'd
down?
think it'd be all fun. You'd think it'd be like rubber bars, like, "Hey, I'm in Disney jail. This is crazy." But it was like a shitty little office with a cage in it.
That's it.
And we were, Lance and I are stuck in the cage, and then they let me go, and then he had to stay there longer.
Who was processing you?
It wasn't as fun as it should have been. Like, I mean, if they're gonna do it, if they're gonna have their own jail, then have some pirates and
Let's
shit guarding the gate, you know, like
Amazing.
Constable Goofy.
Fucking Minnie Mouse just booked me.
so good, dude.
So,
Yeah, you always
the
hear
full
about.
experience.
but I think
Yeah.
I don't even think Lance got it. I think Anaheim police came and got him. They filled out a report, and I don't think anything ever happened with that.
You guys ran that in
We
the.
ran it in the magazine,
Yeah.
and then we put the video footage in the Big Brother documentary that came. It was in the Big Brother video back
Okay.
in the day. Yeah. So
And then.
fucking legend, Lance
I
Conlon.
mean,
Man,
dude.
straight up.
I think it was even in the Big Brother sizzle. I mean, the Jackass sizzle tape that we made. I think that was in there for sure.
I want to get to the because the Jackass, obviously.
Jump the
I
gun on
mean,
that.
dude, congratulations on the new movie, by the way.
Yeah,
thank
bro.
you.
I watched it. It was incredible. Laughed my ass off for the whole hour and a half.
Yeah,
they're
thank you.
not that epic, 2 hour.
We keep them tight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, but you guys did a phenomenal job. It was fucking funny. The intro, the Dickzilla or whatever. I mean, we'll get into all that. It's incredible. But like, so Big Brother's just continuing on. And I love the Big Brother talk,
Yeah.
by the way. It's such a monumental piece of skateboarding history. It's just there's a place in my heart for it,
No
obviously.
doubt.
I mean,
Yeah,
I grew up
definitely.
on that shit. But then it got rocky at a certain point. I mean, you guys went to Larry Flint.
Yep.
And I can't remember off the top of my head. They sold it to Flint.
Yeah, I think one day Frank came in.
Frank Messman.
Frank Messing came in and showed Rocco what it costs, how much Big Brother was losing for the company every month. He was like the
How is it not making any
CFO.
money? I mean, this is the premier magazine.
I mean, magazine. You know, we
You guys
were
were
we were
using-
the third magazine, and back then, this was before Flint. Our newsstand distribution was very minimal, to say the least.
But at the same time, you guys pioneered at that time like video grab sequences
Right.
and stuff like
yeah,
that.
right,
So you
that's
were
true.
actually like, which made it that. I mean, even Transworld tried to copy that.
They
It's-
did. At
it's
first,
Flint's thing, right?
first we were just teased because they looked like shit.
Yeah, yeah. But they fit so well in your magazine.
But like quality's never been like Big Brother. Even so, back then, like we started off, we had a good printer, and then they saw a couple of things we're doing. Like, no, you can't print this here. So we ended up being printed way out in the valley at the gnarliest porn print shop.
Yes.
It's the only one that would do it. Deep Valley, like out then, like not even valley. I mean, it was like fucking Magic Mountain. Right.
Oh,
further
wow.
out, further
Way
Santa
out.
Clarita?
Santa Clarita.
Yeah.
Right. There's a
Wow.
little print shop they used to print the magazine, and they never could get the registration right. So it was like always a little blurry. Like, and we used the smallest type. Like our writers just wrote too much all the time. So
Yeah.
it was like 7-point font, like
Super
out of
small.
registration. So you really had to look at it to read it.
But that was the kind of the essence of the magazine.
Well, it worked in our
became-
favor because then parents couldn't see it; they couldn't read it.
Right.
Right. So they like look at it. Like, I couldn't read that now. Like, I can't. I barely can read 12-point type. Like that was 7. Like, yeah, gnarly. So
So Rocco was like, "Let's ditch this ASAP. This
yeah,
is not."
yeah. That's
going
back
well."
when like it was more of a business, and
Yeah.
let's move on. So, but it was still our lives. So
Sure.
luckily Flint came along and snatched it up.
Wow.
What does I mean, I don't even know if you could talk about, but what does something like that go for at that time?
I don't
mean,
even look. I wasn't a part of the sale, and honestly, I don't even think they wanted Big Brother. They wanted Blunt magazine. We were doing Blunt too, which was just
right.
Big Brother for snow.
Yeah.
And snowboarding was the hot thing right then. But as soon as they bought that, snowboarding sort of crashed, and skateboarding took off. So really, the win was this Big Brother.
Skateboarding, right?
And I wanted to stay with Big Brother. I kind of let Blunt go.
For sure.
And so,
Was Nadas art director for Blunt?
yeah.
Oh, Nadas! Shout out to the multi-talented Nadas.
Yeah,
Jeez.
definitely.
So
Right in his neighborhood. Like,
Oh yeah. He lives in the same house he grew up
Yeah.
in, I think, down in Venice.
Santa Monica,
Santa
right?
Monica.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right up the ocean.
We see him all the time when we're skating the curbs and stuff.
Is he still-
He's still this unicorn that you're like,
Yeah.
oh my god, there's fucking
Yeah.
Nadas.
Still probably shreds the curves too. Right?
Dude, he
Like,
does. He's not even skating. He's going surfing, walking
Yeah.
his dog.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you're still like
Yeah,
You know.
awestruck.
Yeah.
the best.
So when you went over to Larry Flint, was it very like constricting over there? Did you?
Where is that like button? Right? Is it right here or right here?
Just a little scroll coming down the bottom.
It's
Subscribe.
over to it's on your
It's on my
left.
right? It's on
No,
my
on your
left.
left.
Hey,
Yeah.
hit
Right
that
there.
button right there.
Right there.
Right
Yeah,
there.
please.
The like button's kind of like in the middle there. It's like we're kind of.
Oh, it's like
there.
right here?
Kind of.
Like
yeah,
right
and
there?
The subscribe's like over to the left.
Like right over there. All right.